guys, you're welcome to another episode of Mirrors on Romy Royal Media. And today we're talking about an amazing topic that is completely and deeply dear to my heart, and it is parenting. We're talking about fatherhood, motherhood, everything in the hood. I know. We're talking about present absent fathers, absent present fathers. We'll be talking about the dynamics of family relationship. And today we have an amazing esteemed guest, and he's a professional at what he does. So you better sit in and listen to what he says. So my guest for today is Mr. Mathew Femi-Adedoyin. He is a family coach, right? He's a life coach too, and he's the principal consultant at Research Minds. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're
It's
welcome.
good to see you
Yeah, I
again.
know. It's been a long time. When I saw him, I was like, I've not seen him for 15 billion years. How do
Mhm.
I know? Don't ask me. So, how have you been?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. So, today's parenting. I know. I know. And it's a pandemic, just like we have the Olodo pandemic. This we have a parenting pandemic. We
Mm.
have people we have a lot of people saying that they're becoming lonely in their older years. A lot of parents. We have a lot of kids saying that they're abandoning their parents. We have the dynamics has been off completely. So because today we are really diving into fatherhood, given the character we're exploring today, what does it mean to be father, and how has that role evolved?
Um,
Oh,
fatherhood is I won't say complicated, but depending on how you're looking at it, a lot of people mistake biology for fatherhood.
mm,
That the fact that you can donate sperm or the fact that you can birth children doesn't necessarily make you a father. Fatherhood is the architect of identity. So it is a father that gives identity to children. So it's a father that gives purpose, a father that gives presence, protection,
mm,
that gives that provide. And when I'm talking about provision now, I'm not just talking about putting food on the table. You provide emotional stability, you provide safety, you provide peace. A father gives purpose, you give direction, you give identity. Father gives protection, not protection from danger alone, but protection from abuse, from trauma, from fear, and also gives provision, emotional provision, gives gives beyond just money. So a father is that man, that male figure, any male figure, whether he has given birth or not, that can provide or that can give identity to a child, whether his own child or another person's child, you automatically become a father. So fatherhood is beyond just biology, beyond a man giving somebody, impregnating a woman. Dogs can do that, goats can do that,
yes.
any animal can do that, but a man that can give identity to children,
Mm-hmm.
because before the children learn to become who they are,
Mm-hmm.
they learn who they are through the lens of their father.
Wow.
So they learn who they are through the lens of the man who is their first handler.
Oh,
So
first handler.
so they learn identity through the man who is their first agent of socialization.
Mm.
So fatherhood is, you just have to be agent of socialization, because every boy child
Mm-hmm.
needs a male figure in his life.
Wow.
Every girl child needs
Needs.
a man in her life that wants everything for her on him,
Mm-hmm.
but does not want anything in return.
Mm. So I like this because you said something about fatherhood and identity, helping to institute the first identity of your child,
Mm.
not just identity but purpose. there's a there's a in today's world, right? I don't want to say there's a mismatch, but we see a lot of fathers that do not know how to do that. They do not know how to inculcate identity and purpose in a child or in their child.
The thing is that, fatherhood is a role. Is not your fatherhood is a role. So the way you go to school to learn to be a medical doctor, to learn to be an engineer, you are in school learning how to be a father from the day you were born. So, and if you don't know how to play the role, then there's a problem. So you can be a good man and be a bad father.
Oh.
You can be a fantastic husband and be a bad father.
Wow.
So if you do not, so I tell people, if you are not ready to be a father, do not give birth to anybody.
So how do you become ready to be a father? Is it
You learn,
just
you
by
learned the road properly. So there are some things you are learning from child. From the day you were born, you've started learning to be a wife. You
Mhm.
started learning to be a mother. So from the day I was born, I started learning from my society, from my upbringing, from my significant emotional experiences. All those things combine as form who I am. So as
Okay.
I grow, I ask myself. So when I give birth, before we give birth to our daughter,
Mhm.
the moment my wife said she was pregnant, the first question I asked myself, Matthew, why do you want to do this to yourself?
Hey.
Because I have sat down, dissect. I'm a family life coach, so I have sat down, dissected. I have raised other people's children by proxy, my auntie's children, my
Yes.
and I've seen people. Why did you want to do this to yourself? Up to this moment, I keep asking myself, why are you doing this to yourself? Because we think we are the one raising these kids, but these kids are the one teaching us how to parent them.
Oh.
To be a fantastic parent, you have to be the student of your children.
Wow.
And
Wow.
every children are dynamic, they are different, they are unique. So the way you raise Chioma is not the way you're going to raise Matthew.
Hmm.
Chioma may be a girl that you're raising and she's strong-willed, but because you could not comprehend why your daughter will say, Daddy, I cannot do that thing, you now want to tweak and bend Chioma to your own will.
Mhm.
You are supposed to raise Chioma to become who she's supposed to be,
Wow.
not to raise her to be like you. So that was why you say you give the person our own identity, not your identity, or
Ooh.
his own identity, not your identity. So you raise, you train, you observe. So to raise children properly, you have to be their student. So
Wow.
you observe, how does this girl want to be talked to? My daughter, you cannot raise your voice at her and she listens to you. And the moment you are raising your voice, the look on her face is the look of, are you okay? Something wrong. That's the look. I mean, practically, that's the look on her face. Like, are you okay? Something wrong with you. She's just 8. Well, the problem is there is an actual behavior of a child,
Mhm.
there's an expected behavior of the child.
Okay.
An 8-year-old can climb a table here now and be jumping and dancing.
Mhm.
That is an actual behavior of that age. But parents, we have forgotten that these children are children. We want them to become a mini adult.
Oh.
If I climb on the table and start dancing now, it is not an actual behavior of an adult.
Yes.
It is, I'm not supposed to be dancing on the table. That means my growth process, there's
There's a
distortion,
problem.
there's a problem.
Yes.
But an 8-year-old can come into this room and scatter this room. That is the actual behavior. So parents have an expected behavior. So you now want the child to begin to start behaving like an adult. Say, my friend, stop that, come down there, don't do this. But the child is actually behaving the way she
Okay.
ought to be. So what is the
Yes.
function of parents? You know that if that child climbs the table, she's probably going to injure herself.
Mhm.
There's something bad that's probably going to happen.
Yes.
Then you now coach her to say, this is how we do it. This is how it should be. Not
Mhm.
screaming. In fact, you have lost the right to give an instruction on what you have not coached about.
Ooh. You have lost the right
To
to
give
give
an
an
instruction
instruction.
on what you have not coached the child about. So if you have not taught me how to do 2 plus 2, you just gave me exam and say instruction. How do you expect me to know it?
Wow.
So the child is learning from you.
Mhm.
And first, they learn from observation.
Yes.
They observe. Have you seen children? The red wires are is where they want to go to.
Yes.
They want to kill themselves. The
Yes.
natural instinct of a child is, I want to buy myself. I want to unalive myself. You know, and you are the one that will now begin to coach.
Yeah.
We don't do this. This is how we do it, and you are not screaming. And how do you know the child has learned is the day the child, without you in your absence, can follow that instruction. That's when the child has actually learned. If the child without you have not been able to comport themselves, that means the instruction, the coaching has not entered yet. You have not done a fantastic job yet. So repetition is how you coach children. You
Wow.
will repeat until you're tired.
I like
Now
when
you
you
say you
say
won't born. So
yes.
continue raising and training and coaching.
Wow. I like when you said the actual behavior of a child and the expected behavior of a child. Do you think rather that wounds, unhealed wounds of parents show in their parenting style and yes, it shows in their parenting style and
Absolutely.
family dynamic.
Absolutely. Wounded parents will raise wounded children. Many of us are wounded adults walking around with our wounds because of the way we were raised. So some people run away from the environment that injured them, thinking that is healing. No, you may run away from your environment. You have not healed.
So how do you heal?
I've seen a situation many years ago. I think I was in a class, a behavioral change class. I was a student. And our teacher that year, I think that was 2015, 2014, he said, write everything you don't like about your father.
Hmm.
So I picked pen. My father, I have plenty things I don't like about him. As I writing, I wrote. I think I wrote 17 things
Away.
I don't like about my father. After 1 hour, the teacher came again. Say, look at those things you've written. Check it correctly. Look at it appropriately. Check. Now think deep. How many of it are you practicing consciously or unconsciously?
Oh.
I observed that I was practicing 15 out of the 17. So I have become a replica of my father.
This is
That very day in class, I pick up my phone and send a text message to my father and apologize for all the way I've behaved to him. That was what changed my dynamics of fatherhood, parenting, and I was conscious. So everything I don't like about everything I see my father do, that I scream about, that I fought him for, that I'm seeing myself. The things I don't like in myself was what I was fighting.
wow.
And I was thinking, it is because I don't like my father.
Oh my goodness.
So I have to be very intentional. Practicing these things that I see in my life, I want to stop it. I want to stop it. And that's how healing started.
Wow.
So if that mirror has not been shown to me in 2014, I probably will have been a damaged goods, raising children to damage them.
My goodness. Because why I ask questions is because I know two men that behave like this. So one, his father was very gleeful, very happy man. But he likes to owe money. You see, owing people money. Oh my god, that is his profession. He's a professional debtor. And when you come to collect your money, he will tell you, look, oh, I'm owing this person 10 million. I'm owing this person. I've not settled 10 million. It's you
You that I'm
that
only
I'm owing
1,000.
exactly that you have come. So just don't worry
I'll
about it.
pay your money.
So when the son saw that this is who my father is, he was, oh my goodness. When people are going to work, his father is not going to work. His father is at home. So he was pissed.
Mm.
So he became very hardworking. So when he became a father, my goodness, he could not smile. He did not laugh. He saw storytelling as a very bad,
Mm.
like anything that looked or felt feminine was horrible. And so he trained his son,
To
because
be
children
hardworking.
now, naturally you tilt to your mom. So your mom's always telling stories and you're like, oh mom, what happened to the turtle? He hated it with so much passion. He always beats his son for listening. And so when his son grew up, his son now learned to hate those things too.
Yeah.
So the father now sees you being very how they call it, strong faced, as so I see that a lot of people, you're running away from this parenting style, but you're coming off as worse.
Yeah.
You understand? You're running away from, okay, your father was not hardworking. Now you're hardworking, but you're a worse father.
So this is the analogy I'll give to you. If you're driving and you are looking at your rear view mirror, you're not looking at the front, you're just looking at your rear view mirror. You're going to crash.
Hmm.
You're going to crash. So what do you do when you're driving? While you look at your rear view mirror, your primary concentration is where you're going to, your front. Why you look at your rear view mirror is to see if there is anything behind you
Yes.
that you want to overtake, you want to do this, to see. So you just look at the millisecond, then you continue driving. So many fathers or many parents that, because of what has happened in their past, has become something else. They are like parents that look at their rear view mirror and eventually crash. So there are two types of motivation. There is away from motivation,
Okay.
and there is running towards motivation. A lot of people are running away from a problem. They will crash. Your motivation should be you are running towards something. But the moment you are running away from something, the moment you are able to achieve your aim, you have run away from the thing,
Yes.
there's nothing to look forward to anymore.
Hmm.
So you are stuck. The law of diminishing return begins to happen. That thing you are running away from, one day will catch up with you. But when you are running towards something, you are trying to run, I've achieved this. You are running towards something else, I've achieved it. That's the best form of motivation. So many parents,
Mm-hmm.
like the one you gave, because of a particular experience, he told himself, I want to be like this. That experience has damaged him. And he wants to be something else, and he's also damaging his own child. So the wound he has may not be the wound he has, may be the one the father has inflicted on him, but he is also inflicting another kind of wound
On his
on his
son.
on his son.
Oh wow.
And it becomes a generational cause. That thing we call generational cause. These are
Yes.
it starts.
Patterns.
Pattern. And children do not learn your intention, they learn your patterns.
Mm.
You may have pure intention. Of course, if you ask him, pure intention, I do not want to be like my father. I do not want to owe debt. And if you ask the father, how did he become like this? He has seen his own father behaving like that. And two children might look at the same father and say, I don't want to be like this, I want to be. Another might say, no, 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 no. This is the way I like my life to be. And they are interpreting differently. However, the two of them might still be wounded in different ways.
Wow. Both of them might still be wounded in
In different
different
ways.
ways. Even when they are coming from the same father.
Yes, from the same father, can be wounded different. I used to have these friends. The father was a chain smoker, carries me on the street of Ajegunle. I mean, everywhere, everybody on the street knows that this man, this is his job. Everybody, and the wife is a pastor, and it's embarrassing them. These two sons, when the father died, one said, I don't want to be like my father. It is this behavior that killed my father. The other said, come on, I don't want to be my father, but I don't know how to escape for it. So he started smoking, he started drinking. The one that said, I don't want to be like, he stopped. He was not doing all of those things, but he's also wounded. He hated women.
Ah,
He hated women so much. He's also wounded that he's not smoking, that he's not carrying women, is because of how he saw his father's life. But he's also a wounded dog by his hatred towards women. That you naturally hate women is because of the wound in you. You need to heal
yes.
from that wound too. The one that continues smoking and carrying women is also wounded because that's not supposed to be the behavior
Yes.
of a normal person.
So how do we heal from these things, especially as a child that has grown up in this kind of environment, or most especially kids that have been silenced?
So I'll give you an example. I realized that I've been a family life coach for many, many years, and I have a daughter. So one day I screamed. I screamed. My lungs were almost going off. Me that I teach, coach people, train people. These are to raise children. These are to do this. I caught myself screaming. So then I asked myself, what if I don't have mouth to talk? And that seemingly misbehavior that this girl is misbehaving, how do I handle it? What if I don't have eyes?
Hmm.
How do I handle parenting? What if I don't have a hand to flog? How do I handle parenting? What if all of these things that I'm making me see her and angry with her, what if I do not have the means to see all of this behavior? There are blind people that have raised beautiful children. So it means that it is not what these kids are doing that is the problem. It is because that behavior is triggering some wound in me.
Oh.
That's why I'm reacting.
Oh my goodness.
So I thought I have healed from some wounds. So the screaming wound, I realized I have not healed from it because that was the way I was being screamed at. I was a talkative as a child. Oh my goodness. I was a talkative. I talk, talk, talk.
Yes.
That I'm talking to make money now
Yes, it's
is
because
because, but I was shut up. You talk too much. You do this. Elijah Webe. My grandma, you talk. What are you always? I am always talking. I can watch a movie now and I'll give you full blown gist about the movie. My gist is interesting than the movie. You don't need to go to the cinema. That was how I was, but they shut
yes.
me up. I became. I don't think I was. I was supposed to be. I'm an introvert now, but I don't think I was supposed to be an introverted child. I don't know. I want to be that child that goes out. I still look for now. I'm comfortable staying in my house, but I don't think that's the kind of person I am supposed to be. All those parts was shut down. So what do? I intentionally give my child the exposure that I didn't have.
Hmm.
When I saw that, oh, there's a trigger somewhere, The moment I behave act of character,
Mm.
I know there was a trigger. That means there's a wound that I've not been healed from. I now sit down consciously, begin to work on it. The exposure I didn't have, I want to give my child. The things, if I, nobody can tell my child, nobody can tell my child, you talk too much now. I've coached her to a level where when you tell her you talk too much, she will tell you, you don't say that to me. I will express myself when I need to express myself, how I want to express myself. Your job is to listen. If you're not interested, you don't listen. Because I do not like this introversion.
Mm.
I have lost a lot of things from it. But now, as an adult, I'm deliberately going out, all out, to sell my market, to talk. Because the talk now is they bring money for me now.
Yes,
And they
because
want to shut it down.
yes, because I'm saying that because from personal experience, right? Because just like you, right? I grew up in a very rowdy environment, but I was always, I was always talking, right? But I realized that slowly, I was talking from home to school, then to church, and then slowly I stopped
You
talking.
stop talking.
So when I stopped, I became the model child. She's
Good
an
girl.
amazing girl. But I'm like, I'm not an amazing girl, oh.
You know, the thing is that many parents don't know that you raise children based on the character of the child. There are some kids that should have been raised as diplomats. The parents, because they don't even know, they don't even have the capacity to raise diplomats.
Hmm.
They clear them. So how do you raise what happened in a diplomat's house? When you are visiting the diplomat, you have series of food on the table served. And you serve yourself. If you go to a typical house, they say, that's a waste. Can I cook amala, cook rice? How many people are going to eat this?
Yes.
Some children should not experience what up NEPA is based on their attitude.
Wow.
So for me to move into any environment, I consider, is this environment good for my child?
Oh.
I'm currently as hunting. Currently, I'm as hunting. And, you looking for us in Lagos is crazy,
Oh,
man.
so it's a job. It's a job on its own.
It's crazy looking
It's a job on its
for
own.
house in Lagos. So I've been crazily looking for a house. Then I remember that I grew up in Ajegule now. There's a family house in Ajegule. Nobody pursued me there. I can easily go there and collect a full-blown flat,
Yes.
and nobody is going to disturb me.
Nobody's going to stress you.
And I asked myself, do I want to raise my daughter in that environment?
Ah,
My answer was a no. There are some children you comfortably raise in that environment. That you raise them. I was raised there, so I turned out good
yes.
eventually. So there are some people you call, but with the character of this girl, is that the environment suitable for her? The moment my answer became no, I told myself I'm not going there.
So even when you hunt with your family, your
Yeah,
children
with your
in
family
mind.
in mind.
Some people don't,
Some
though.
people do because they do not know.
Some people do. So how do we get to a place of knowing? Because I'm saying it's because I'm exhausted. I'm completely exhausted because we see a lot in the family dynamic. Just like people that have been silenced, like me now. When growing up, if I just want to talk, right? I'm
Yeah.
this outspoken. When we came to church, we were doing a lot of things. We were like, Chioma go talk, oh, no go.
Mm.
Do you understand? And slowly, you see a lot of people start exempting me from conversations. Even in school, they say, no, you start exempting me. So, my talking makes me being exempted. Okay, why
You
not
see, the
shut
problem is
down?
a lot of people, because they are adults, they are married, they have children, they think they know how to raise children. No, it's funny sometimes that we see our parents say, I raised you, you turn out well. You are matured, you know culture, you know tradition. Some children are supposed to be inventors. It was the people that raised them that killed the invention in them.
Mm.
You turn out well, you do this, are you better than Mark Zuckerberg? You turn out well, are you better than Elon Musk? So some children are supposed to be inventors. When you see them, I have a nephew currently. I told the brother, this is an inventor. Don't go and kill the invention in him by trying to clip his finger because he's trying to. He will spoil things. You are going to repair it. Yes, he will spoil it. While I was leaving the house this morning, my daughter was already in the kitchen trying to cook spaghetti without anybody asking her. Then she came to me, Daddy, do you know how to break it? I don't want it to be tiny, tiny. I want you to break it very long, the size of the pot. That's what she came to ask me this morning.
Yes.
I said, who asked you to do it? Say nobody, I want to just do it. Oh. So I went to the mother. Did you send this girl message? He said, no. He said, I even told her, don't touch it. I said, but she wants to event. She's helping me with other things at home.
Yes.
That is this. I've seen some trade that say we have to work on this trait to help her channel it properly. If she wants to be a cook, by all means, please cook. Let us eat good food at home. You know, when you
Yes.
see this trait, you begin to help them build on it. But many people they say, don't go and spoil my wire. Don't go. You are so protective of those things that you kill the invention. I'm not saying you should allow your child to be destructive. I'm just
Yes.
saying that there are some things in children that you observe that will determine how you are going to raise those children. So when you see a talkative child,
Mm-hmm.
let her talk, let him talk. When you see a strong-willed child, because the strong-willedness of the child
Mm-hmm.
is making you feel like the child is stubborn. But it's needed. That thing is needed. How do you not channel it in a positive way that will not damage the child? That's what you should be looking at as a parent. Say, I want to go and say psychologist. They assume you are mad. That you have mental health issue doesn't mean you're mad. Oh. A lot of people walking on the street of Lagos have mental health issues.
Everybody's going through a lot.
Everybody is there. When the state is stressing you, the flood is stressing you,
Yes.
everything is
Everything
stressing
is
you.
stressing you.
And you need somebody to talk to. And you should seek for professional help. Sometimes when you need financial help, when you need financial advice, you go to a financial expert to advise you.
Yes.
When you need spiritual advice, go to a spiritual advisor to advise you.
Mm-hmm.
When you need parenting advice, go to parenting coach, go to the professionals to advise you. When you need
Advice
sexual
you.
advice, go to the sex therapist to talk to you about it, to help your marriage, to help everything. Everything, your pastor is not Boniche.
When people feel like that he's one
So
thing and he will solve all the problem.
the problem is many churches are coming out of, many religious leaders are coming out of it. But the problem is we are so used to taking putting our responsibility in the hands of God, that the things God has given us solution to, we still want God to undo it. And
Mm.
where is the place to go and seek God? In your pastor's church or your imam's mosque.
Mosque.
And that's what the problem is.
Oh my goodness. This is and now I'm going to ask a very intentional question. A very intentional question. So for a home where the father has been violent,
Mm,
to beat the mother, to lose babies, the father has been adulterous, the child has seen or understood what it means to be an adulterer from a very young age,
mm,
and has seen the mother play into the culture of silence, right? Not being able to rise above expectations from her societally, or should I say culturally. So as a child that grew up in that environment, how do you either move above it, just like you said, running away from, running towards, right? How do you rise above that without allowing that family dynamic play out in your own life, right? Because your mom has played into a culture of silence, your father is very violent, an adulterous person, a very present, absent
mm.
father. So how do you
So the
do that?
first thing I would say is your pain as a language, and your learned experiences becomes your emotional default.
Hmm.
So what that means is that as a child living in that kind of home, you have learned to father and be a husband or be a wife like that. So I won't be surprised if you grow up and become exactly like your father and marry a wife exactly like your mother.
Hmm.
So it is not enough saying I don't want to be like my father or I don't want to build a home like my parents. You have to be very intentional about it. You know your damage. So from your ideologies, that's why it's extremely important. You want to get married, seek professional counseling. Extremely, extremely important. And when I say professional counseling, I'm not saying go to your church and meet them for your counseling. They will be asking, are you a virgin?
Yes, all
Have you had
those
sex? And all of
weird
that. I
questions.
mean, people that will dig into your. See, marriage is an earthly affair. You're not going to get married in heaven. It's an earthly affair. Marriage is it is only in this world that you marry. there is more behavioral matters in marriage than spiritual matters. You are going to feed, you are going to go to work, you are going to do all these things. There are behavioral, earthly matters in marriage. You are marrying an earthly man, an earthly woman, that he can speak in tongues and do all of those things doesn't make him a fantastic husband.
Mm.
We have seen pastors that are divorced 5 times. They could have spiritualized marriage now. Marriage is an earthly affair. Can I talk about Bible?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
So, in the entire Bible, there was no marriage done inside any church. The only marriage recorded that Jesus attended, he attended the reception.
Yes.
And he turned water to wine. People shayo drunk.
Yes.
So it's an earthly affair. That few people in the Bible talked about marriage doesn't mean, in quote, the church own the authority in marriage.
Mm.
I'm a Christian and I'm saying it with my full chest. My pastor will listen to this too anyway. So my full chest doesn't mean the church has owned the authority. So what does the church need to do? If you are scared that if you take it to the world, they will pollute it, you have Christians that are experts in this job. They can give you a full-blown curriculum. So because marriage is dynamic, there are no two married that are the same thing. So you cannot use the same curriculum to teach the same people. Have you had sex? Are you a virgin? I mean, are you pregnant? Have you received with children? How does that solve any problem? How does that solve any problem? But there are many things that's going to happen in marriage.
Yeah.
So what professional counselors would do for that kind of child that have grown up with is that they'll be able to dissect his ideology from the ideology of the woman. There are different kinds of marriage. There's a first world marriage, there's a second world marriage, there's a third world marriage, there's a fourth world marriage. You cannot be a third world woman and marry a first world man. You are going to damage yourself.
Hmm.
It's like Nigeria becoming ally with US. There's little Nigeria can offer.
Yes.
So you marry your like. So if you have somebody that think like you, I want to be a submissive woman, and you want to be the man that want to control, and it's okay by both of you, by all means, go ahead and get married. But if there's no alignment, there won't be happiness in that marriage.
This thing you said now, submissive and domineering. I'm so sorry. In our society, right, we know men are supposed to be domineering. So what happens when the reverse is the case?
Nobody is supposed to be domineering.
So
Humans are not meant to be dominated.
but okay, fine. But the lady, because this is as a, let's say, millennial Gen Z, we have people that say, "Oh, I'm female, but I feel it's not like they feel masculine, but they have this domineering feature." It's just like the example is like as a firstborn Ada in the home. You know, you just have this mommy, everybody's just under. So they just have this. I have lady that they'll just have this gusto authority in them that a lot of men cannot handle. And then there's some men, very little talk about the fact that they don't have the all authority, that sometimes they want to be submissive in a way. I don't know if I'm saying
So let me say this.
Yes.
I don't think I've said it in public.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. I do not agree that in every marriage, the man should be the head of the house. I do not agree. Some men have led the home and led the home astray. And if the woman has actually led the home would have been stable. So headship is good. You want to lead. Can you actually lead the home? So I tell people, say, in reality, when we say the man is the head of the family, in reality, when you enter marriage, you see that the woman, they run things. It's just pushing you. Just the things say you they lead. You know, say. So this is my own conclusion.
Okay.
So if you insist that you want the man to be the head of the family, marriage is like a nation. The man is the president. There are different parastatals in a nation. Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of this. So in every marriage, there should be different ministries. And the president does what? Appoints a minister to head every ministry, right? So when the minister, what does the president do? He submits his intelligence to the intelligence of the minister in charge of the ministry, so that the minister can advise him on how to do this. So if your wife manages money properly, why can't you submit your money to her? If you are better in kitchen work, who says your man should be the one doing the cooking? You enter kitchen and cook. If you love cooking, 12 baskets love cooking, enter kitchen, cook. So I do not believe that it is all the time that the man should lead. Sometimes some men have been so subjected to submission that they cannot lead.
Hmm.
So why do I now want to put that authority in you? The way we have a lot of inventors that are not business owners, that cannot be business owners.
Yes.
I watch a lot of business business series on YouTube. There are a lot of people, they know how to invent, but they need a business development person to head that department. So they form a collaboration. They co-founded an organization. You are leading the business angle. My own is just to program. My own is
Yes.
just to run the back end. So that you are the one that is programming doesn't necessarily have to make you the CEO. You can be the CEO and run the company aground. So that you are the man doesn't necessarily have to make you the to lead everything. You can lead the home and you destroy your home forever. So what do you need to do is ask yourself. All the couples I've trained, I say, I know you're a Christian or maybe you're a Muslim, and your Bible says the man should be the head of the family. I agree with you, but ask yourself, who should lead us? Because if this guy is leading you and is destroying you, better lead. You cannot lead with wisdom because of the kind of
Yes.
society we are in.
Mm-hmm.
Lead with wisdom. My friend's mom will say, yes, the man is the head of the family, but the woman is the neck. Wherever the neck turns the head is where it goes to.
Yes. Very
So
true. Wow, this, I don't know about you, but I know about me. This was an amazing, top-notch conversation. And you should not just listen, but take notes. Take notes and see how you can change your life, change patterns. Go for therapy if you need it. Go for therapy. You should go for Everybody should go for therapy, I think.
a lot of people should go. We call it, you can call it checkup. The way you do your medical checkup, regular medical checkup.
Oh, we can do that.
Yes, the way you do your medical regular checkup to check your body.
We
You should
can
come
go
and
and
check your
do.
mental health. Come and check everything. Come
Please
and
go
check.
for mental health checkup. Oh.
Because you are not completely okay until you're okay mentally, in your body and your spirit.
So can you go for a checkup as an individual, not when you're in a relationship or marriage?
Yes, you can go for checkup as an individual.
Please go for checkup.
To
Let's
check
start
whether
doing
to
checkup.
check whether you are ready for the marriage you want to put yourself into before you make somebody carry your baggage.
What if you don't have man or you don't have
You don't
woman?
necessarily have to have man. Some people, with the way they are right now, bringing man into their life will destroy them and the man. You
Yeah.
better be lonely. You better be single until you are ready. So you can be 50 years old and you are supposed to still be single. But because we capitalize on age, yeah. You know, say, you're 25, you should be married. But sometimes that 25-year-old, if he enter that marriage, the marriage will not last 2 years, he's out.
Please.
But if you're okay, why do you want to leave marriage? It's because most of you are not okay, you're not well, you are sick. That's why you're leaving the
You're
marriage.
sick.
I mean, I'm just saying plainly. I'm just
Yes.
being blunt. It's
Yes.
sickness. The sickness is why you are leaving the marriage. Both of you are sick. And the sickness killed the marriage. So go and heal yourself. Go and get healing, then come back.
Please, let us all go for checkup. Let us go for healing. So it does not matter if you are in a relationship, if you are married, we all should get checked. So we have come to the end of today's episode. I hope you loved it. I loved it. I'll go back and watch. I will take notes and I'll make adjustments where and when necessary. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. My name still remains Chioma Obabuko, your host for Mirrors on Rummy Royal Media. Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew.
Thank you
Thank you. I
for having me,
really
Chioma.
appreciate this conversation. Guys, lock in, like, comment, subscribe, follow, do everything you can. Get this interview out there. Show it to your friends, show it to your families, and make sure that you comment for me. Tell me what you learned and what more you want to hear and see. Thank you so much. Have an amazing time.